It's almost like, to me, a return to like your original uh, blueprint. You know what I mean? Like,
I feel as happy as I did when I was 5 before I got
right.
abused. That's like
Me to
literally
about three. So
go back to that
but
happy
to go to
place when
that,
you were a kid, and like that's how
that's
I
how,
feel.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how like the happy place as a
I would
kid.
relate it to that for
Yeah.
sure.
Hello and welcome to Facilitators Round Table. I'm here with Leslie. My name is Brian. We are both facilitators here at the YBNL campus, and we're here to, I don't know, talk about campus.
Yes.
Why do we go to campus?
Well, to learn, but also to help ourselves get over some of our triggers and our anxiety or
Yeah, but that's
stress.
academics. That's the class.
Okay,
So when we're not taking classes on campus, why do we come to campus?
to share.
To share.
Yeah,
Right.
meet other like minds, go ahead and
Yeah.
discuss and talk about
Yes.
the gains, the benefits, the
So for me anyway, campus is a place to connect with others who've also done the training. Because as far as I know, there's really no other program that can get you, through what the Playshop does.
right.
The end result of the Playshop is a body free of old upsets and old anxieties. So, we both have all of our memories. In fact, I remember more now than I did 20 years ago. However, there's no charge on the stuff that happened to me when I was a kid. There's no charge on the stuff that happened to me in my 20s. There's no charge on the crappy things I did in my teen years. It's
Right.
just
It's what we did.
learning. It's
Yeah.
just pictures in my mind of what I learned. And, when I'm in this place where I don't have the charge on them, I like meeting and hanging out with other people who don't get charged by their histories.
Right.
Because when people get triggered, we all get triggered sometimes, but if you haven't done the training, you probably get triggered every day. Little upsets and little nonsense and little disconnections. And life's a lot more fun when you don't get disconnected and you don't get upset, and you realize that what's happening to us in life is really just information. And if you can take the information in and process it, then life can expand. But most of us take information as we want to make sure it's good enough before we let it in. We want to make sure it's what we want to hear before we let it in. We want to make sure how it's going to affect us before we let it in. But that's actually how we cause problems in our life, is by trying to keep information out. When we let information in, we can make much better choices for ourselves, basically because we have more information.
Exactly.
And that's just math. The better information you have, the more information you have, then the better choice you can make for yourself, right?
Right.
I feel like I've been making better choices for myself.
For sure. Yeah.
The main
Yeah.
thing for me, though, is just being happier.
Yeah. And not for me too. It's like not being stressed out.
You don't
Like
get
I don't
stressed,
get
right?
stressed out all the time about, oh, I got to do this or I got to do that or I need money for this or I got to.
Right.
It's just life. It's just you got to do stuff and
Yeah.
that's part of life and you just do it. Like it's not there's not all these obstacles to doing.
Right.
It's just you're being and things are getting done.
Right. And it reminds me of the phrase, before enlightenment, you have to do the dishes.
Right.
But after enlightenment, you still have
I
to
have
do
to
the
do the
dishes.
dishes.
But there's a difference.
Right.
Before the play shop, before you handle this this chatterbox nonsense, before you handle that, oh man, dishes are a chore. They're
Right.
things I have to do. Like, who wants to do stuff that you have to do? It's like, it's a real drag.
So you think and avoid and think and
it's
avoid.
like, oh, how can I get this done quickly? How can I
Stress out.
How can I get someone else to do my dishes for me?
How can I skirt the dishes?
Just put them under the couch for the week.
Yeah.
But after the play shop, when you're not carrying that nonsense and the chatterbox doesn't make you wrong, or whatever lies it likes to tell you, when that's not there anymore,
You just
and
do
there's
the dishes.
to do, you just do the dishes. And you know what? Doing the dishes is
be
just
great.
as fun as walking the dog or playing a game or driving your car fast. Like, whatever it is, it's just another thing to do. The value judgments that our ego makes about how some things are boring and bad and other things are like exciting and fun, and so therefore we avoid those bad, boring things and we try to strive for the fun things.
You can do them all.
You can do them all. They can all be fun. Like, and they're all life.
Yeah.
They are all opportunities for growth, opportunities for learning, opportunities to get new information, opportunities to try new things. And, you know, that's the purpose of campus, because the play shop, you know, it'll start working on you within a couple weeks, and then within a few months, like, everything opens up tremendously, and maybe your old friends don't really make sense to you anymore because they're always complaining about stuff that's not even happening anymore.
Right.
And you're like, oh, well, you're complaining about something that's not even happening anymore. And like, what do you do with that?
Right.
So you come to campus and hang out with people who know what that's like and who can give you information on how to interact with people who are still stuck in their history. But, you know, learning those things is valuable.
For sure.
Because ultimately, at the end of the day, this is all about connecting. It's all about feeling at one with other people. It's about being able to share easily and freely with others. And it's about having fun. And, you know, learning how to be in that place is what campus is about. So we go to the lounge, we share pictures of things we like, or TV shows we like, or music we like, or we go to games, we share like the benefits we've gotten from the play shop or from the other classes, or in the quad, you can basically post anything you like.
Yeah,
I mean,
or
there's
food you're eating.
right,
or
the dining hall. So
stuff you're
post your,
cooking.
you know, if you're into food, post food pics.
Yes,
We have no
it's-
advertising.
yeah, there's no
no
ads.
sponsors.
Yeah.
There's no AI generated posts. There's no BS. We do use AI for some of the artwork, but that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the great part is it's evergreen. You can review anything. You can go back. If you're stuck, you can
Right.
review, watch it again.
Right.
You know,
Once you pay for a
Brian's-
class, you
yeah,
have it forever. There's no
he's made a
subscription.
couple-
It's just you pay it, and then maybe in a couple of years you want to do it again. It's already paid for.
Yeah.
And once you pay for your access, you're in forever. And that's mostly because I really don't like subscriptions. I hate it when people want to hook me onto a subscription, and so I don't do that to other people. So you
Right.
pay one time and you're in. But there is a code of conduct. So no trolling, no spamming, no drama. You know, we like to keep campus a nice, safe place where it's safe to share, but we're not going to be attacked for speaking our truth or being vulnerable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a safe environment to share. And
And I get all excited about it because it's my baby. I love it. But
yeah.
But
yeah.
really, like, just in a calm way, like, no, it's actually like, well, we have 120 students at the school, approximately. And yeah, there's not much of a social network yet, but there'll be 10,000 students one day, and, you know, then there'll be a lot more interaction. Until then, do the classes, especially the play shop, get through the play shop, practice the cascade meditation that you learn in the play shop, and then every couple of weeks, or maybe every day, or however often it is for you, when you have a big epiphany or some big change in your life that you'd like to share, come back to campus and share it with us. And you might share it in games to share it with other students, or you might contact a facilitator directly, which has happened. You know, plenty of people contacted me directly and say, hey, and they describe some amazing thing in their life, and they say, is that from the play shop? And I'm like, yes, it is from the play shop. It's expected. The play shop does way more than I've told you about. It's going to open your life in ways you haven't thought of. And don't even think about them. Just do the play shop and let it unfold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might find you have way more energy than you've
Yeah.
ever had, or, you know, way more time than you thought you did.
Yeah. Or
You
different
know,
interests.
Or, yeah. You
Yeah.
might decide you're into something you've thought you could never do.
Right, right.
Stuff that you've written off, you can bring back, you
Yeah.
know, and yeah, so you've got a lot of support. There's like Brian, there's facilitators, there's others that are on campus. Yeah.
Connection is really key. And the fact of the matter is, there is a class on campus called Surviving Enlightenment. And the reason for that class is that the play shop really does lighten us up. Like literally, if you've been walking around like this your whole life and suddenly you feel better, like you feel lighter, it really does feel good. What happens though is that your friends who are used to you being heavy and being triggered by certain things or being upset by certain things, suddenly they might feel like they don't know you. And suddenly you might feel ungrounded around them because they're expecting you to be mad about certain things. They're, you know, they're just expecting certain behaviors from you, and you don't do those things anymore. Like, life gets a little weird that way. So, you know, there are reasons to come to campus and share with other people who've also done the training. because, you know, it is unusual. It is unusual to feel happy. You know, like
Right.
it's unusual in the world.
Yeah, and I think the second semester somewhat addresses some of those so that you can now figure out, how to connect better with those people, how to bring them into your
Right.
space, how to then make them feel part of it, even if they're not in school, but,
True.
your friend.
Essentially, the play shop releases your mind from the stranglehold of your past traumas and upsets. When that stranglehold is gone, your mind opens up, and it's not your mind really that opens up, it's really your perceptions. Because your mind, you don't need it, you can just throw it away. Perception, perceptions come in at a much faster rate. You just start noticing way more information, and maybe you know there's someone who you used to really connect with, but now the things that they're saying you don't actually believe as much as you used to. And so maybe you're not as comfortable around them anymore. Like, how do you deal with that? But yeah, you're right. So second semester is all about, wow, now that my perceptions are so big, what do I do with all of this? Because it can be a little ungrounding. Second semester brings it back to the ground so that you can use those perceptions to create effects in the world around you.
Mm-hmm.
So literally you can use like a look or a feeling in your body to change what's going on over there. And it's pretty amazing. It's subtle work. You won't be able to notice it if you haven't done the work yet. But once you do the work and those perceptions start flooding in, when perceptions start flooding in, that also means that you're able to cause effects reaching out. Because everything is two-way in this world. Everything goes both ways. In and out, in and out.
Right.
Yep. So second semester is way fun. However, the class that matters at my school is the play shop.
Yep.
At the end of the day.
Yep.
Someone
That's
can
the
do the
most
play shop and
important.
nothing else and have a great life and just enjoy the rest of your life. Like, go be happy. Go be happy. Be gone.
Right. Yeah, you won't have all the anxieties you used to have. You'll be able to breathe through them.
Right.
If you're worried about, what shirt to put on this morning, it's not going to be an issue because it's not that important. Um,
Basically.
yeah, yeah, and then you'll just have better connections with everyone. Your family, your friends. You might change your friends, like you said, but in a good way. It's not going to be a ugly situation. It's just it'll just kind of disappear. You won't be in the drama anymore, and yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, some people don't like it when you change.
No, there are
Yeah.
people who
Uh,
use our past traumas to control us, so who know how to push our buttons to get us to behave certain ways. They don't like it when we can't be controlled that way anymore, and they get kind of anxious.
yeah.
Yeah, they get anxious because they don't know how to control us. But you know what? Someone who needs to control you, probably a narcissist or a sociopath, and they just don't matter. And they're a lot easier to spot after this training.
Yeah.
For sure.
And then you can have more compassion for them because they're
Yeah.
coming from a place of not feeling connected,
Right.
and needing to control to then be powerful or
Right.
have some sort of manipulative.
Right. The solution
effect.
for them actually is the play shop.
Is the play shop.
It's also probably a lot harder for them to get through because
Yeah.
of the way they've twisted the way they do
Manipulated,
things.
yeah.
But
I find most people just need more love.
yeah.
Is essentially
Yeah,
the
more love
situation.
and to feel safe. And then when
Yeah.
we feel safe, we don't need ego to lash out anymore. And
Accepted, loved,
yeah,
and once you go through this, you can do that.
yeah,
You can, even if somebody's having a full meltdown, you can accept it.
yeah, and stay calm and
And-
centered and hold space for them and help them through it
Yeah.
by loving them and noticing that they're getting better. And
Yeah.
right, there's always things we can do.
Right.
But if someone melting down triggers you because you've got old meltdowns in your body, like, you're just not going to be able to hold space for them. You're not going to be able to be loving, and
You're
not
gonna
going to
want
help
to
them
get
through
away. Yeah.
it. You're either going to want to get away, or you're going to go into agreement, and you're going to like fall into it too.
And play the part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're done with all that, and we'd like other people to be done with it too. So, you come to the play shop, and if that's all you do here and just go on and live your life, that's a beautiful thing. Because every person who does the play shop lightens up the world that much that much more and spreads the love that much more.
And
So
the
it's all good.
synchronicity,
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then
you'll
maybe in a
find-
couple of years you'd like to review the play shop again, and then bingo. You know, you paid for it 2 years earlier, it's still there for you, and you probably get to watch a new version at that point.
Yeah. another quick review.
Yeah, I know. Every couple of years I got to record a new one, so we'll see.
Yeah, like today, I feel like everybody we interacted with was just peachy, you know.
Oh yeah, no, everybody was like super nice and friendly to
Super
us.
nice.
Like, oh my
we
gosh.
just have a great time.
Yeah.
You know, even the guy opened the toilet on, no problem.
Right. I heard that. You opened the door. Like, what? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, sorry. No drama, no stress. I just don't really allow drama in my space anymore. And when it shows up, dissipates quickly. Drama is based on lies.
Yeah.
So
I don't engage with it.
Once you connect with the truth and you align yourself with the truth, drama just doesn't really impact anymore.
Yeah, they call it like brain candy, you know. It's
just
an
a bunch of
addictive,
sugar.
it's an addictive thing that some people like to play with, but it's really just pulls you out of present.
Yeah, pulls you out of the present moment, and then you lose track of the love, you lose track of connection,
and you
lose track of oneness, really.
You don't feel good.
And then you don't feel good, and you feel like I just want to be in drama. I want to say what makes me mad.
Yeah, let me see if I can rally some more people.
We're done with that.
Yeah, we're done. Yeah, life is pretty amazing. We're pretty lucky to just be alive and experiencing.
How long did the play shop take you?
Well, I think you can see from some of the video I was in it.
Yeah.
Like that I did with you second semester. I'm still going through my stuff. So it probably took at least probably to be done was like 6 months.
Yeah, it's about 6 months.
It's about 6 months.
To hit the bonfire.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there were definitely gains throughout.
Right.
But there was still stuff I had to go through that would come up. I had a lot of terrible trauma that happened to me, being roofied, and but once I kind of got through the physical bonfire, it was just a matter of, oh my God, I have so much energy. What the hell am I going to do with it? And, and then kind of refocusing and just being present and noticing what's next. And my plate has gotten very full, but it's manageable, and
that's what matters.
Yeah, that's
my plate's
important.
a lot more full too. That just makes it fun. Fun.
Yeah, it's like another day. Just wake up and see what happens.
Yep. Amen. High five.
Yeah.
Right.
Good job.
Thank you for having faith in me to do the play shop and find out that it's real and it works.
I know. I've known Brian for 20 years. I think when he first started,
it
was
about
called
18.
Yeah, well, it was called
Gifts of Present Time.
Gifts of Present Time. We did one at my house.
That's right.
Yeah, early on.
It broke down quick.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I was learning. I had to learn how to present it.
Still working on it.
Yeah.
And then once he got this online, that was like, okay, I had some time. I had it on,
20 years after teaching it at your house, I finally get it online.
Yeah.
And I can invite you back in.
Yeah.
Come check this out.
And I was like, oh, because I was doing some of it, but I didn't get all the pieces.
Oh.
So I think, I had a lot of awareness, allowing things to be the way they are. Mm-hmm. But I hadn't cascaded all my traumas, so I could get triggered in a massage. Somebody touched somewhere because of the physical abuse. So I was triggered and stress and weird anxieties that I had no idea, because if you've been roofied, you don't remember. So I had somebody touch me and I'd just freak out and had no idea why that was happening to me. So it can heal a lot of deep stuff. So don't be afraid, but at the same time, it is deep work. And
it works deeper than I let on,
mm-hmm.
and it's true. I have had some students just poo-poo it and think it's too simple, or that's not going to work. But actually, I've spent 30 years figuring out the play shop, and I've gone down a lot of different paths, and I've only kept what really works. That's why it's simple. I've left out the stuff that doesn't matter.
Right. Yeah. And that's the part that you have to stay committed. Just those few seconds or minutes a day, whenever you get an anxiety or chatterbox going, practice the meditation, send the boat, do the breathing, stop the judging.
Right.
And
Let
those,
things be the way they
yeah,
are. They're
those
fine.
things are
It's good.
amazing because
It's
it almost makes you smile when stuff does come up because you're just like, ha ha ha, yeah, yeah, you don't get me this time. Not gonna happen.
not gonna happen. Let's try,
I
ego.
got this.
I got this. Change is happening. Awesome.
Yeah,
Yay, change.
and
Yay, change.
yeah, it's very freeing. I mean, it's not like stuff isn't gonna happen.
Yeah, stuff happens.
Stuff happens. You get pulled over. You get a ticket. You
get fired.
You get fired.
Someone breaks
Your
up with you.
tire blows out.
Right. You drop the quart of milk. Whatever.
Yeah, but it's almost like, to me, a return to like your original blueprint. You know what I mean? Like,
I feel as happy as I did when I was 5 before I got abused.
right.
That's like
me
literally
to about 3. So.
Go back to that happy place when you were a kid, and like that's how I feel.
Yeah,
that's how, like, the happy place as a kid.
I would relate it to that for sure.
So this is about being childlike, not childish. Childlike,
still responsible, but
childlike in
playful.
terms of like having interest and being fascinated and just in wonder of the world,
and accepting and wanting to make friends.
Yeah.
And just letting anybody.
Childlike.
Yeah, you're not going to judge this person. They're too fat. They're too short. They're too small. They're too big. Whatever. It doesn't matter. It's like they're people. Let's
People are people.
They come in every shape and size.
Right.
Yeah.
It's all fun. It really is.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is why we're here at the campus, and it's why we encourage you to come to campus, and it's why we encourage you to do the class called the Playshop, which is the second class on campus. Come to the ybnlcollege.com. You'll meet Leslie. She's a facilitator on campus. My name is Brian. I'm also a facilitator on campus. I'm also the founder and creator, but primarily I'm a facilitator, and that's it, right?
Right.
If you'd like to get these results, just come to campus and do the Playshop.
Yep.
And that's it.
I'm encouraging people to get started, because once you get started,
right,
you're going to notice some things, and you're going to want to learn more, and you're going to want to apply more.
Right.
And so don't get scared. Like when you have those triggers, don't just run away.
No.
Come back.
Maintain your breath.
And
let your trigger be there.
See it through. You know.
See it through.
Don't. I think you're gonna be surprised how wonderful life is once you kind of get through those funky parts.
Yeah, there's a reward at the end that's totally worth whatever hassles your ego is putting you through to actually get done.
Exactly.
You gotta, you don't have to do anything, but push through that. And if you need help pushing through, contact me or Leslie or any of the other facilitators. And, we'll see you soon. We'd love to see you through it, and we'd love to play with you on the other side, because that's what we do on the other side. We play. We play trying to be all serious for the video, but because people watching this video, they don't know how fun it is to be playing. So we're going to have to be serious so they listen to us. But the fact of the matter is, we play like little kids. And you'll get to find that out someday. Good?
Good.
All right. Thank you very much for playing today.
Yeah, thanks.
And for joining in. And we'll see you on campus soon, I hope.
Yay.
Yay. Good job.
Good job.
Good job. Let's make sure I hit record.
Oh no, did we not hit record?